So sorry, I do not know what happened there. That was strange. But anyway, Omaha just got a gain of 19, so it is now 3rd and 2 from the Green Bay 36. So here we go. They line up again. They line up again. Levis hands it off to Spears. Spears will get the first down, moves up to their own 33. First down, Omaha. Levis, only one in the backfield. Interesting formation. Levis drops back to throw. Looks. Thrown over the middle. And that will be caught for a gain of 7. 2nd and 3 from their own 26. Here we go. Here we go. Spears the only in the backfield. Traylon Burks in motion. They take the hand off to Burks. And Spears gets tackled a yard short. So gain of 5 up to the Green Bay 24. 3rd and 1. The snap. Hand it off to Spears again. Spears this time does get the first. Wait, that is not Spears. Here, and that's a first down. They get up to the Omaha. They get up to the Green Bay 21. I'm sorry, I do not know what's happening here right now. Tight ends in Okonkwo in motion. Levis drops back to throw. Looks. Finds Hopkins. Now be a gain of 7 up to their own up to the Green Bay 14. They are in the red zone. 2nd and 3. Okonkwo in motion. The snap. Levis drops back to throw. Looks. Finds Okonkwo. And that'll be a first down. 1st-and-goal at the Green Bay 5. But we have an injury. That is number 55. That is Lotham of the Bulls. So 2 wide receivers on the far end of the screen. Hopkins near the line of scrimmage. Hands it off to Spears. Spears. Second rushing touchdown in the game. 3rd touchdown overall in the game.
Right back there, put another 6 on the board. I've never been an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game. Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, it's like
The kick is up, and it is good. The extra point. 15 plays, 73 yards, in 3 minutes and 42 seconds. 30-24 Green Bay. But 20 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. They take it from their own 6. Right, he brings it up all the way up to the Green Bay 31. That's Nixon, and Nixon is hurt. Nixon is injured.
team personnel comes out to look at him.
Here we go. Love 1-1 in the backfield. Starting with number 31. Love drops back to throw. Boom. That one is caught. And that'll be a first down, gain of 10. That is Dobbs on the catch. I'm just going to call him that because I don't know how to pronounce it. Up to their own 42. Another gain of 11. And that is the end of quarter number 3. On to the 4th.
But this game is close. It's 10 for the 42.
The snap. Love drops back to throw. Throw is caught. And for a gain of 2. Up to their own 43. It's going to be nice. I'll give you guys a 3rd game. Love hands it off. That looks to be Lloyd on the carry, and that'll be a gain of 2. Gain of 3 up to their own 47. That looks like Lloyd in the backfield with Love. Love drops back to throw. Looks, throws it, and then it is knocked down. That will be 4th down from their own 47. Green Bay is gonna have to punt. It's up. This punt is up, and it will be right there, and he will be a fair catch. At starting from their own 16 comes Tyjae Spears, Will Levis, and the rest of the Omaha Bulls offense. Here are some of the highlights for Tyjae Spears. The two rushing touchdowns on the game. Here they come. Oh, Tyjae Spears in the backfield. Okonkwo in motion. There, the snap. Throws it over to Okonkwo, but that will be a loss of 6. Back to their own 10. And 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 looks like Okonkwo was hurt, but looks like he is not. He isn't injured, which is good. The snap. Levis throws it. It's back to Okonkwo for a gain of 4, and the Packers another injury. That is Smith. Some visible discomfort, and here come the trainers to get him some help. He's drawing in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Levis drops back to throw. Levis takes off, runs, gets to the first, and gets all the way up to their own 33. Quay Walker, as they tackle the game, that'll be a first down for Omaha. Big run there by Levis.
Almost carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and they can suck the wind out of that defense. Ball at the 33 for first down.
Snap. Tyjae Spears is given the football, and he will gain 2 yards up to their own 35. 2nd and 8. Will Levis, only one in the backfield. They have this interesting formation again. The snaps. Levis drops back to throw. Thrown. That is Okonkwo on the catch, and that'll be a first down. Moves up to their own 45. Still 8 minutes to go, so plenty of time left here in this game. We do have a flag. Levis runs. He does gain some, but we have a flag. Offsides on Green Bay. Lucas Van Ness on it, and they will take the first down.
Still first down.
And they were just given a free 5 yards. 1st and 5 here. From the 50. Levis drops back to throw. That is caught. Okonkwo. First down up to the Green Bay 36. And Okonkwo's hurt. Chigoziem Okonkwo is injured. Big subtraction for the Bulls. Let's see how long he is out for. Oh, Levis hands off to Tyjae Spears, who doesn't get anything. Still at the Green Bay 36. Has Brooks on the tackle. The snap. Levis drops back to throw. Looks. Throw. That is top by Hopkins, and that will be a gain of 7. Up to the Green Bay 29. 3rd and 3. The snap. Hands it off to Spears. Spears doesn't get it. 4th and 1. Up to the Green Bay 27, but Omaha will have to kick a field goal. No, they're gonna go for it. Here we go. The snap. Hands it off. Runs. Gets it. It gets all the way down to the Green Bay 20. They are in the red zone. What a play call. Here we go. Line up in roughly the same formation. Levis snaps, fakes the handoff, throws it, caught. Calvin Ridley, game 3, 2nd and 7 from the Green Bay 17.
Second down now, 7 to go.
The snap, Levis drops back to throw, looks, can't find a target, runs, gets sacked, loss of 8. Back to the Green Bay 25, 3rd and 15. Lucas Van Ness, who had a penalty earlier, who had an offside call on him earlier, now gets a sack.
That was a long way to their efforts. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down.
Here you go. Motion in the back from Traylon Burks. Hands it off to Spears, who gains 2, 4th and 14 from the Green Bay 23. Well, here they'll start kicking. Here they'll kick a field goal.
It's one from even 40 yards out.
The kick is up.
Flying down the
And it's good. 30-27. Field goal game.
This is Jackson. Well, just get creative on the way out the door. Okay, I mean, just 3 to get some points.
It's up. Kick off happens, and they get it from their own 6. Here they come, and they will start from the Green Bay 29. Here comes Jordan Love and the rest of the Packers offense for this drive. Omaha now has 1 more yard of total yards on offense than the Packers. Rarely here. The snap. Love goes over middle. Caught by Jaden Reed, and that will be a 1st down up to their own 49.
First thing. 1 play in, and already they're close to midfield.
The snap. Love drops back to throw. Love takes off, runs, gets the 1st down, and they will move up to the Omaha 39.
As much as you're not expecting the completion to get the ball out of your hands when the play breaks down.
Oh. Lloyd in the backfield with the quarterback. Love drops back to throw. Looks. Throws deep. Touchdown. Packers. Christian Zimmerman. It is now a 2-score game.
Scoring catch of the game. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there? Yes. I think yes on both of them. That play happens so fast.
3 plays, 72 yards in just 45 seconds.
Carlson, all set now for the kickoff. As they set the 6.
They catch it at the 6, and we'll get up to the Omaha 31, and we have an injured, and we have another Packer injured.
Got an injured player on.
That's number 7.
Check on him now. You've got 1st down from the 31.
Snap. Levis drops back to throws it. That's caught by Traylon Burks, and that'll be a gain of 8. 2nd and 2 from their own 38.
Good pickup. They're
Levis with Spears in the backfield with him. Snap. They hand it off to Spears, and Spears will gain 1, and it's 3rd and 1 from their own 40. They line up I formation. The snap. They do hand it off, and he gets the 1st down. And more runs all the way up to their own 45. Tyjae Spears on another rush. He already has 2 rushing touchdowns on the game, 3 total touchdowns on the game, which includes a receiving TD. Levis. The snap. Levis drops back to throw. Looks, throws, and not caught. Incomplete. Maddox on the deflection to knock that pass down. Levis drops back to throw. Looks, finds someone, and that is caught. That is Tyjae Spears. No huddle. 8-second runoff. The snap. Levis drops back to throw. Looks. Throws. Caught. Again. And that is a first down up to the Green Bay 12. No huddle again. Now Traylon Burks on the catch. Levis drops back to throw again. Levis. Throw. Now one's knocked down. Knocked down. Incomplete pass.
Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw.
Still at the Green Bay 12. Levis. The snap. Hands it off. Run. He runs. And he's... Oh. Henderson Hoskins. Oh, dude, it's Hassan Hoskins with the rushing touchdown. And now it's gonna be a field goal contest.
Slow to and then explode through. And that's exactly what he did. Slow to the hole, but explodes for the touchdown.
And now for the point after, and crucially to bring things within a field goal. And he connects.
Kick is good. 8 plays, 70 yards in a minute 48 seconds. It's up. It's away, and he takes it from his own 4. He runs, and he will be brought down at the Green Bay 28. Here comes Jordan Love and the Green Bay offense. Bulls need a stop here.
Solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and it's really swindled them to this advantage. Let's run and begin this run.
Here they come. They line up. Lloyd in the backfield with the quarterback. Love on the RPO. Throws in, and Jay Reed will be brought down, and that will be a gain of 3 up to their own 32. I don't have accelerated clock on. Don't know why it's doing that. Love. The clock's running. About to get delayed games. Motion. Snap. Hands it off. Runs. Runs and gets the first down. Moves them up to their own 41. 2 minutes, 10 seconds to go. We will get to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Bulls need a stop. Or if they kick a field, or if they kick a field goal, that may be game. Jaden Reed in motion. The snap. They hand it off to Lloyd. Lloyd takes off. Gain of 8. Timeout Omaha. Up to the 50 of the Packers. $55 to go. The snap. They hand it off. And they get the first down. Timeout. And timeout Bulls. Love hands it off again. They tackle him. 2nd and 5. Timeout Omaha. So now Omaha has no more timeouts. Love hands it off, and that'll do it. Runs off, and that'll be a first down. Down to the Green Bay 23. Down to Omaha 23, and that may very well be game.
What's real? Nothing fancy. That was just a good offense particularly in the trenches. It's from him to get to the second level and in.
Yes, and yes, that will do it. That will be game over. They snap it, take a knee, and that is game. Packers come to Omaha and get the win. Your final score: Green Bay Packers 37, Omaha Bulls 34.
To now take and celebrating Massa. And a much more focus before the end. Hard fought effort to get to this spot. Now you can enjoy a victory.
And the clock's hit 0. Green Bay gets the win, 37-34 here on the road. They improved to 2-1 in the season, while Omaha drops to 1-2.
Pretty amazing close this game was.
But
See that. In a just so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now, and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you'd love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.
Here's some of the post-game highlights. A well-played game by the Packers. So after this, after this we'll have to see how this shakes up the standings. And now we have the Dolphins on the road. First, let's check out the standings. We are 29th overall in the NFL. Colts lead the way in our division right now. The AFC South at 2-1. Texan we are tied for second in the division with the Texans at 1-2, and the Jaguars are 0-3 to start the year. Now let's check the AFC North. Ravens and Browns are both 3-0. Ravens though are on top. Also, that's fun. It's a video game when the Browns are 3-0. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I can see this real life. Steelers are third at 2-1. Bengals are last in the AFC North at 1-2. AFC East. Bulls. The Bills lead the way at 3-0. Patriots and Dolphins have the same record at 2-1. Jets are 0-3. We beat the Jets earlier this year. AFC West. Chargers, Broncos, and Chiefs all are at 2-1. Raiders at 1-2. NFC North. Vikings and Packers both tied at 2-1 at two wins, one loss. Packers' second win came against us just last week. Lions and Bears both 1-2. NFC South. Panthers, Falcons, Buccaneers all 1-2, but Panthers lead the way because they're top. Then Saints at 0-3. Aren't they left? NFC East. Giants and Eagles with the same record at 2-1, while Commanders and Cowboys have the same record at 1-2. Now let's go check the NFC West. 49ers and Seahawks both 2-1. Cardinals and Rams both 1-2. Right now in the entire NFL, Ravens lead the way at 3-0. At 3-0, because they have 2 road wins. While we right now in the entire NFL are sitting down here, not as pretty as a puppy. We are sitting down here at 1-2. We are the last team that's 1-2. Well, we have our 2 0-3 teams. Well, our last 3 0-3 teams, because it won't go down. Nope, but you see there Saints. So, but before we get into this game, because I did tell you guys I'd take I would do a third game. We are going to first go look at our injury reports. So for the Bulls, we have Saheed Charles. He's out for another 2 weeks with the broken ribs. The abdominal tear from Marlon Davidson and Tony Pollard with a broken thumb. Well, both these 2 guys will return next week. Now let's go look at the Dolphins. Dolphins, their only injury is Deshaun Hand, who has a shoulder strain, and he will return next week. Also, I know I shouldn't make this joke, so please, if any Dolphins fans watch this, please forgive me for this joke. But his last name is Hand, but he's hurt with a shoulder strain. Those are 2 completely different parts of the body. Like I said, I know it's a messed up joke. I'm sorry I made that joke, but anyway, as I did before, let's go check the Packers in your report. Go see how long some of their players are going to be out for. So they had a lot of people get injured. Okay, so Kenny Clark got hurt. He will be out for 3 weeks with a foot fracture, and Eric Stokes is still out for those 2 weeks with a torn labrum. Most of the guys that got hurt were hurt in the game. They did end up coming back and finishing the game. So yeah, I'm gonna go take care of some stuff. So I'm going to quickly pause the video. So please please excuse the little intermission we're gonna have before we get into this game between your Omaha Bulls on the road to take on the Miami Dolphins. So I will see you all in a little bit. Hi, I'm back. I know a lot of you probably noticed this fan thing in the background, like the shadow of like a fan. That's just to help keep the system cool so it doesn't overheat. Well, if we overheat, bad thing. So that's why the fan's on. So hopefully that clears that up. So if you're all ready for this next game, let's get right into it. So yeah, we are on the road to take on we are on the road to take on the Dolphins. So yeah, this should be interesting. Yeah, of course they have Tyreek Hill, Jalen Ramsey, and you know what? Let's look at their jerseys. Well, you guys can barely see them, but there's some of their yeah, home option and heel pants. Oh, why? The 2016 colors was all orange. 2010 classic song. It's like yeah. Some people told me that like they've worn some of those jerseys more and more. I'm having a hard time. I'm having the hardest time believing that. I will legit believe that when I see. I will legit believe it when I see it. Oh my goodness. Back to the current home, which is a white helmet, teal jersey, white pants, teal socks. So, but they will be wearing the home alternate classic, which is essentially the same thing, but with the old logo, with like an old jersey style, but like the modern day colors. Think of it as like a reverse retro. That's like the same style, teal jersey, teal like white helmet with the old logo. So, yeah, let's go. Let's get this game going.
It's week 4 of the NFL, and we've got
We got Will Levis, the QB. Um, so here we go, and he is facing Tua Tagovailoa, and we have Omaha versus Miami.
Church. It's at the Dolphins. He's saying, "Aaron, plenty of this one. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking Charles to make it 2 in a row." And when I watched their game tape and their victory last week, they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row. Moving on for this visiting Omaha club. They were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
Again, let's get this set up to where I can successfully commentate. So here we go, and kickoff happens. We are underway from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. It's taken from the 5, brought up to the Omaha 24. And here comes Will Levis and the Omaha offense. There's Tyjae Spears. There's DeAndre Hopkins and some of the O-line. Apparently this game is a Monday night thing.
Half of the season, tops the league in touchdowns at this point. This is
No. Here we go. Here we go. They line up. One receiver on the near side of the screen, 2 on the far side. The snap. Levis drops back to throw. Look. Caught. That he finds Okonkwo. Check goes in Okonkwo. The tight end. 21-yard game up to their own 45. They line up again. 3 wide receivers on the far side of the screen. Tyjae Spears in the background. In the backfield with the quarterback. Snap. They hand it off to Spears, and he gets tackled for a gain of 1 up to their own 46. 2 touchdown rushes and 1 touchdown reception last week. A total of 3 touchdowns on the game, which, so that's good. Here we go. Levis drops back to throw to taking the snap. Levis throws it. Caught. First down. First down up to the Miami 36. That's DeAndre Hopkins on the reception.
10 yards. Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different.
All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Here we go. First and 10 from the Miami 36. Levis takes the snap, drops back to throw. Boom, caught, gain of 7 up to the Miami 30. That was a good read there. Good read there. That spot was open. Here you go. They line up. Spears in the back. Spears far in the backfield. Motion. The snap. They fake it. Fake the original handoff. Throw it over to him at the 83, and that'll be a first down up to the Miami 24-yard line.
They clearly wanted to come out and try to be aggressive throwing the free throw.
Here you go. They line up. Two wide receivers on the far side, on the near side of the screen. No, three. No, it's not just the one. The snap. They look to throw. Throw is dropped. Incomplete pass. Intended target there was Calvin Ridley from Will Levis, but that pass is incomplete. They line up. Will Levis, only one in the backfield. One wide receiver off screen. No, it's gonna be two of them. Snap. Levis drops back to throw. Looks. Bro, that one's caught and it'll be 30 inches. That was Tyler Boyd on the catch. Up the Miami 14. They are in the red zone. Snap. Levis drops back to throw. So that one's gonna be caught and he will be brought down immediately. They're up to the 8. The Miami 8. That's Wild on the catch. Reception. Here they go. They line up. Bit of an I formation. The snap. They toss it over to Spears. Tajay Spears runs, gains 2 yards. Gains a yard up to the Miami 7. They line up again. Levis takes the snap. Hands it off to Spears again, and Spears will gain more than 1 yard. He only gains 1 yard again. Now up to the Miami 6. 3rd and goal. Levis, looks like Levis is setting up the pass here. The snap. Levis drops back to throw. Runs. Finds someone. Hopkins and brought down at the Miami 2. It's 4th and goal. Now, are they going to take the chip shot or will they go for it? They're going to take the chip shot field goal. Kick is up, and it's good. 3-0. Omaha Bulls here. Omaha on the board first. Here we go. Kickoff happens. And they take it from the 5. They run it up. Jukes around some people, and he'll bring it to the Miami 29. Here comes Tua Tagovailoa. Here comes Tua Tagovailoa, who so far is 49 for 71 with 593 passing yards and 4 passing touchdowns. They're 2-1 on the season. They line up. 2 wide receivers on the near side, 3-1 on the far side. Halfback in the backfield. Motion. The snap. Tagovailoa looks, throws. That one's gonna be caught, and he'll be brought down immediately. Gain of 4, up to their own 33. They line up in a formation. Halfback in the backfield. Motion on the far side. Number 88. The snap. They hand it off. He takes off. Gets up, and he will get up to their own 46. And we have an injury. That is number 75 for the Miami defense. Driscoll looks like is his last name. It went way too fast for me to see what the running back is. Tua, only person in the backfield. Snap. Tagovailoa looks to throw. He takes off. Runs over the 50. He's got a break. 30, and he will slide and be down at the Omaha 27. Big rush there for the quarterback.
So on the other side of the field,
They line up in an I formation. The snap. They fake the handoff. He waits. Tries to take off again, but this time he is sacked by Sweet. Sweet, 2nd and 13, loss of 3. Back. They drop him back to the Omaha 30. They line up again. Halfback far in the backfield. The snap. They hand it off. He takes off. Run 20, 15, 10. And he will be brought down at the Omaha 5. That is a chain. 2 rushes for 38 yards so far. 1st and goal, Dolphins. Line up again. Chain in the backfield with the quarterback. The snap. And he is brought down after a gain of 2 up to the Omaha 3. Second and goal.
It's first and 5, not first and 10, so now.
Here, here we go. Motion in the backfield. The snap. Hands it off. And he doesn't get in. He's down at the Omaha 1. Another gain of 2. Third and goal. Also, one of the games announced for the NFL this next season in real life. Hang on the snap. Hands it off. And a rushing touchdown for Raheem Monstert. And the Dolphins take the lead. The kick is up, and it's good. 7-3, Miami. Anyway, in real life, as the Thanksgiving game has been announced, and it will be the Chiefs and the Cowboys. Kickoff happens. Bulls take it from their own 7. He runs up, and he will be brought down at the Omaha 27. Here comes Will Levis and the rest of the Omaha offense. There's Okinkwo. There's Boyd.
Remember, next week they have the other week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they're doing
the snap? Levis. Play fake. He takes the sack. Loss of 7. They're pushed back to their own 19. Second and 17.
7 extra days that they've got to stop me around the field. And then Ron Pickens, I hope they're getting good because they carry the
snap. Levis drops back to throw. Well, that one's gonna be caught, and he'll be brought down. That is Weil again, second reception of the game, gain of 6, up to their own 26, third and 11. The snap. Levis drops back to throw. Looks, and throws it away. 4th and 11. Dolphins get the stop. The punt happens, and he will grab it from his own 25 and take it, and he will be brought down at the Miami 31. Here comes Tua Tagovailoa. Again. And they line up again here for 1st and 10 from their own 31. The snap. They pitch it. Oh, not the guy thought. He takes off, and he will get down. He'll get up to their own 36. 2nd and 5. That is Tyreek Hill on the run. 76 passing. Omaha has more passing yards. The snap. They hand it off again. Runs up. That will be a first down at their own 43. Monstert again. Here you go. First and 10 from their own 43. Motion. Number 9 to motion. The snap. Tua looks to throw. Throws it. Caught. No, dropped. That pass is dropped. 2nd and 10. Incomplete pass.
Has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league. That was a nice play right there, but overall this season
Number 9 in motion again.
Communication on the back end.
The snap. Tua looks to throw. Throws it to the halfback. He takes off. He gets up to the 50-yard line for a gain of 7. 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3. 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in this first quarter. Miami is marching down the field. Hill in motion. The snap. They hand it off, and he is brought down. No gain. 4th and 3. They stay at the 50. Miami will have to punt.
No gain on the punt there. He's down defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The snap. Snap, and the punt is off. It will be going out of bounds at the Omaha 13-yard line. Here comes Will Levis in the Omaha offense again. There's Boyd, there's Ridley, and there's the rest of them. They line up three wide receivers. Spears far in the backfield. The snap. Levis looks to throw. Throws. That could be caught by Wild. But that will be no gain. And Hopkins is hurt. DeAndre Hopkins is injured.
So they can second and 10.
No. Omaha still has more passing yards than Miami. Levis still on the backfield. They motion Ridley. The snap. They look to throw. Ridley catches it. Ridley takes off and will get up to their own 20, 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3. Score is still 7-3 Miami. Levis drop back to throw. No time back there. He is sacked. Brought back down to their own 13. Loss of 7. 4th and 10. Omaha will have to punt. Ryan Stonehouse is our punter, and he boots it away. Gets to the 35. He'll be brought down at the Miami 39. So here comes Tua in the Miami offense again.
He's off and set and ready to go. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead. If they can get
Motion. Hill in motion.
coming.
Snap. Tua fakes the first handoff. Looks to throw. Takes off. Tua gets the first down and gets up to the Omaha 48. Tua tackle over with a medium rush for the first down. So here we go. Miami still has more total yards. Miami is a run-heavy team. And it's number 17 in motion. The snap. They fake the handoff. Throw is caught. That will be a first down. That is number 3. And now they're up to the Omaha 27. 21-yard reception. They now have 22 passing yards on the game so far.
Breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big time arms.
The snap. They hand it off again, and he is brought down for a loss of 2. They're back to the Omaha 29. Now it's number 69. Nice. Joseph Day on the catch. On the tackle for loss. Excuse me. I don't know what's going on. I'm not. Hill in motion. The snap. They fake the handoff. Looks to throw. Throws it. Flag. That is dropped. But there's a flag, so they may get some yards.
Ineligible receive downfield.
It's against the Dolphins. An eligible man downfield. That's a 5-yard penalty.
Downfield when the pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that.
Still second down.
It'll stay second down, but now it's 2nd and 17. Line up for 4 verticals looks like. In motion, the snap. They throw it to him. He takes off, and he will not get it. But he will gain 15 yards and make it 3rd and 2, and the Dolphins are at the Omaha 19. 19 and marching.
2 yards to
I guess you could say and jumping, because they're the Dolphins. Tua hands it off. And that will get the first, and they will be up to the Omaha 15, still in the red zone. And we have an injury for the Dolphins. That is Fortson, number 88.
When we come back, line of scrimmage to 15.
They line up again. The snap. They hand it off. He takes off, but gets absolutely nowhere. Number 58 on the tackle.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
They gained an inch. Yay. The snap. Tua looks to throw. Throws it over, and that'll be a gain of 4 up to the Omaha 11.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what some defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
In motion, Hill.
Hill in motion. Tyreek Hill in motion again. The snap. They shake the handoff. Throw. Touch. Miami fans. Oh, down Beckham.
Saints in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they would make it in the NFL. But the ones who go to the Super Bowl, they have refined route running ability. Sanders on for the extra point.
With a second left to go in the first quarter. It's up and it's good. 14-3. Miami Dolphins.
So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's OBJ or Del Beckham.
The kick is up.
Reception.
Omaha gets it from their own 3. He brings the ball up, and they will start from the Omaha 28. But that will have to start at the big. They have to start. So that will start the second quarter because the kick return ended the first. Still what a great first quarter we saw.
So our visitors with the football. The offense back out at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for
the snap. Levis hands it off to Spears. Spears will gain a yard up to their own 29. The snap. Levis hands it off to Spears again. Spears gains more than 1. He gains 4, making it 3rd and 5, and they move up to their own 33. Omaha only has 1 third down conversion on the game so far. Miami with 3. Levis takes the snap, drops back to throw, looks, finds someone, and that will be brought down. That is Treylon Burks with the catch, and that'll be first down as they move up to their own 39.
They get 6 on the pickup here as the drive continues. So from the 49 now, they'll come up on 1st and 10.
Snap. Levis hands it off to Spears. Spears gets to the outside and will gain 4. Moving up to their.
I can see what he was thinking on that carry.
Fuller looks like with the tackle. Motion in the back. They fake the first one, but hand off to Spears. As Spears will gain 4, making it 3rd and 5 from their own 44. Excuse me, they gained a yard. The snap. Levis drops back to throw, and that will be caught by Spears. Spears can't find an opening as it's 4th and inches from their own 49. Now do the Bulls go for it? Do they go for it and try to get those inches? No, they do not. They will that Bulls will punt. And that will go out in the back of the end zone, making it a touchback. And the Dolphins will start from their own 20. Stephon Chain has 8 rushes for 49 yards, 8 yards per carry, 6.1 today.
So far, only 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. They've been effective too.
The snap. Tua drops back to throw. That was caught by Tyreek Hill, and he will gain 9, making it 2nd and 1 from their own 29.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas. Not an easy thing for them to do. Let's send the big tight end in motion right.
Snap. A chain with 9 rushes for 53 yards. That'll be a first down as they move up to their own 33. The snap. They hand it off again. But then Moisters, and he will gain 3, move them up to their own 35. 2nd and 7 coming up. 3 wide receivers on the near end of the screen. No, excuse me, I would say 4 wide receivers on the near end of the screen. No, 3 in the running back. The snap. They drop back to throw, and that pass is incomplete. Incomplete. Still 3rd and 7 from their own 35. I like formation. Number 3 in motion. That's what I'm back to do. The snap. Tua drops back to throw. Leaves it downfield. It's caught. Touched. Miami fans. Tyreek Hill, second touch, 65-yard touchdown for the Dolphins, and they make it a 3-score game. This game may be over fast, folks.
And they get it downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy his
Be prepared to hear that song, the Miami Dolphins theme song in the background a lot.
It's just a moment where they get his covering, take their attention somewhere else.
Extra point is up,
And once he's
and it's good.
no catch.
21-3. Miami Dolphins. 5 plays, 81 yards in just a minute.
That kid's right now.
He takes it back from the 3. And they will get it to their own 25, to the Omaha 25, and here comes Will Levis and the Omaha offense.
Set to go now. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back in this area.
Think about going into block down 21 to 10 as opposed to 21 to 3. 21 to 10.
Snap. Spears takes off, gains 8, 2nd and 2 from their own 32.
Just stay home. 21 to 3. Like discouraged bucks.
Your touchdown much better than a field goal.
So, here we go. Levis, only one in the backfield. Hopkins in motion. He's back in the game. The snap. Throw. That was going to be caught by Spears, but he is brought down immediately, and that'll be no gain. 3rd and 3. He lost the yard. 3rd and 3. Here we go. Spears in the backfield with Levis. Levis drops back to throw. Throw over the middle. That is Chickasee Okonkwo, and he will bring that in for the first, but we have an injury. That is Latham. That is Latham again. Here we go. He'll first down from their own 37, though. Levis with it now. Hands it. No, fakes the handoff to Spears. Throws it over to Wow instead. Wow, he will gain 4, moving them up to their own 41. 2nd and 6 here with 6:15 to play in the first half. Levis fakes the handoff. He looks to throw. Throw. Incomplete. 3rd and 6 from the, still at their own 41. 6:03 to go in the half. Omaha needs a touchdown to still have a chance in this game. Okonkwo motion. Levis throws. Caught. And that's Boyd, and he will get the first down and take them all the way up to the Miami 34.
Catch him on. A new set of downs.
Now, that's the kind of play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way. They could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the fantasy game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first.
Here they go. Levis, only one in the backfield. Here comes Hopkins, who runs the other way. Look, that one's caught out, and he's brought down. Looks like that is Calvin Ridley. That is indeed Calvin Ridley on the catch.
It's gained 13 yards that time, and another first down.
On the Miami 21, Okonkwo motion. Levis drops back to throw. Boyd on the catch, but he will lose a yard, and then Miami pushes them back to the Dolphins 23, and it'll be 2nd and 11. 5:15 to go in the half. Yeah. That was Boyd in motion. They hand it off to Spears, and Spears gets nowhere. He gains a yard back to the initial line of scrimmage for this new set of downs. 3rd and 10, back up to the Miami 22. Levis and Spears in the backfield. 3 wide receivers, and of course, Okonkwo. The throw. That one's going to be caught by Ridley. Now it'll be a first down. Now it's 1st and goal. Bulls in the red zone. They're at the Miami 9.
First and goal. Those are the guys.
Great read there by Levis. I did not think he'd make that great of a read with the play that was unfolding in front of him. I completely agree, Bob. Motion with Hopkins. No, that was Burks, and Spears will gain 2 yards. Their 2nd goal from the Miami 7. Interesting play call there. Oh, we have an injury. And it's Tyjae Spears. Tyjae Spears, the halfback, is hurt and looks like he may be on. I don't think he's on a stretcher, but But he looks like he's in a lot of pain. Snap. They fake the handoff. Levis takes off. Levis gets down. Gain of 2 up to the Miami 5. 3rd and goal.
They made a nice effort.
Levis really made work of his legs there, make sure that they at least got some more yards before attempting a throw. Levis drops back to throw. Wait, can't find someone again. Levis takes off. Touchdown! Touchdown! What a rushing touchdown by Will Levis to make sure that they stay in this game. And now here comes the PAT. Here we go. The PAT. It's up. Kick is up. And it's good. 21-10. Miami's still ahead by a lot, but it's better than being down 21-3 or like 21-6 or even worse, 21-3 going into half. There are still 4 minutes to play in the second quarter. That's true. There are still 4 minutes. Miami receives it from their own 3, brings it up, and he will be brought down at the Miami 28. And here comes Tyreek Hill, Tua Tagovailoa, and the rest of the Dolphins offense.
Defense started throwing a second defender his way because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first down. First down, Miami.
Hill in motion. The snap. They hand it off. And he will be brought down after a gain of 3 up to their own 31. And that is number 98 on the tackle. There we go. Tua, number 9 in motion. The snap. Tua drops back to throw. Looks to throw. Can't get a throw. He throws it. Caught. Don't draw. Incomplete pass. 3rd and 7. 3:34 to go in the first half. That was a great read there, but just an incomplete pass because it was dropped. Tua drops back to throw. Looks, throw, caught. He's brought down immediately, but that is a first down as Miami moves up to their own 41 here. L'Jarius Sneed on the tackle there. What a read by Tua. I did not see that guy open on that side. Tua stands back. Is that back with them? That's changed. Hill in motion. The snap. Tua. Off play action. Hill's open on the sideline. He is gone. 10, 5, touchdown. Miami fans. Tyreek Hill. Second touchdown reception of the game. And the Dolphins are starting to put this game out of reach unless the Bulls pull off a miracle.
Give it up. So fast. No, not at all, because they got pushed.
Kick is up.
Once again,
and it's good. 28-10. Miami Dolphins. Go on, let the kickoff do theirs because I gotta get a drink. The mercy, we're in the air, we're on the ground, always in control. Here we go. I'm back from the drink. Will Levis in the Bulls offense. The snap. They fake the handoff. Levis looks to throw. Throws it deep. 25, 20, 15, 10. He is blocked down at the Miami 2. 1st and goal. Bulls already in the red zone off one play. One play. Wow, I did not think Will Levis had it in him to make that great of a throw. I so thought that was gonna be dropped, but no, he made the. That really comes down with that, and now the Bulls have a chance to score. Here we go. The snap. They hand it off. He's on. Hassan Skins. His second touchdown of the game.
Touchdown. The corner kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well. His team teammates airing it out made this a successful job.
Here you go. The PAT is up, and it's good.
So the extra point.
28-17. Miami still leads, but Bulls 2 plays. They went 71 yards in 2 plays in just 28 seconds. The kickoff happens, and it'll be grabbed at their own 6. He brings it up, and he's brought down at the Miami 27. Here comes Tyreek Hill, Tua Tagovailoa, and the rest of the Miami Dolphins offense. Tyreek Hill, 2 touchdown receptions on the day, 3 total receptions on the day, and he's been the target 4 times. He has 133 yards.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of
The snap, the chain, runs up. He is brought down after a gain of 6 up to their own 33.
You knew 6 the last time on the field.
It's just about looks in a lot of ways because
Here we go. Tyreek Hill in motion. Defense makes a change. The snap. They hand it off, and he will be brought down for a loss of 1. They are moved back to their own 32 as we hit the 2-minute warning, or as many people call it, the 2-minute timeout.
5. 2 here for this first half of action. It is 5.
The snap. Dolphins. Tua drops back to throw. That one's going to be caught for the first down, and they move up to their own 38, and they have a new set of downs. They line up again. Three wide receivers, two people next to him in the backfield. Tua looks to throw, dumps it off, and he will be brought down after a gain of 3, and they're up to their own 41 with 1:33 to go in the first half. They line up again. Halfback with them. Tua looks to throw. Tua keep dropping back.